everybody when you get here. Cara Marlene has joined us again. Welcome, Cara. How are you this
Oh,
dark
I'm so good.
moon?
Thank you so much. I cannot, I know it's so fun. I think this is like our fourth live we've done with the full and the new moon.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my volume. Yeah, I think it probably is.
Yeah.
So, how
hmm
have you been these last couple of weeks?
It's so funny. My life just aligns with the moon. It's been a lot of cutting. It's been like a cutting moon, which is good. That makes sense, right? Because it's a new moon. It's kind of a cutting moon and then a full moon. Oh, hi, Phil.
Hi,
Um,
Phil. How are you today? Well, so as we speak, the moon is actually dark. Here's our
mm,
moon. The Earth is here.
mhm.
And tomorrow you'll have a little fingernail out. A little tiny bit of moon will be visible tomorrow. That
Mhm.
is the new moon. This is dark moon, everyone. That is new moon.
Oh,
All of your normal diaries will say new moon, but we have a day of shadow, which is today.
I love that.
Hello, sunshine. So, this is the
Hi.
time when traditionally you would sit with yourself and just think. And then
Okay.
tomorrow, you can do a dark moon ritual, you could do a new moon ritual. No eclipses today, I don't think. I think,
No, that's what I saw.
no, I think the eclipse was the last time we met.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been a month, actually, it would have been a month ago, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We had a solar eclipse and then we had a lunar eclipse, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, was that an eclipse? Partial eclipse 2 weeks ago.
The last two moons were
The last
eclipses.
full moon was a partial eclipse, and then I think about 10 days or within a week before that, we had a solar eclipse, didn't we?
Yeah.
Andre, be nice or you'll get booted out. So, everybody, Cara is a lovely friend of mine. She is from, is it Dallas, Fort Worth? Would I say
Yes.
Fort Worth? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My only experience of Dallas is the old J.R. Ewing.
Really? Oh my
Yeah, I was
God.
brought up watching all of the American soap operas, General Hospital, Ryan's Hope, As the World Turns. I was that little kid who watched The Price is Right with Bob Barker, and then I watched all the soaps every day.
Oh, I love it.
So you're in Dallas, so we've got Beltane in a few days' time on Thursday. So are you going to be doing anything for Beltane? Are you going to be setting any intentions for the summer?
Yes. So I am just my YouTube is doing so well. You all have been such a beautiful community between your community and my small little one that's building. It's just been so kind. So I'm hoping to do more lives just to kind of take people on journeys and do meditations and such, and then kind of bring them into like what kind of happens in my life, like the normal everyday, like the synchronicities and whatnot. So I'm just gonna try to focus on building that and just getting to know everybody a little bit more. What about you?
Great. Well, I'm actually going out tomorrow morning to record a Beltane video. I haven't decided if I'm going to some seawater lakes that are near me or if
Okay.
I'm going to head up to an ancient Saxon church. I haven't decided, but I will be doing a little sort of outdoors video, and I will be coming on here live to do Samhain Halloween reading for those in the south. And
Mm,
I don't know if I'm going to do readings or a ritual. I haven't decided yet, but I will be doing a live on my channel just by myself. Hi, Lorraine. Lorraine Jones is my friend, my personal friend
oh
from my town. And she was born in Dallas. I didn't know that, Lorraine.
my gosh.
So you haven't got that southern drawl, Lorraine. You lost that, didn't you? She's been grown up in England, brought over when she was about 12,
Oh,
I think. But nice to see you, Lorraine. Lorraine,
I
meet my
love
friend
it.
Tara.
Green.
But anyway, we're on dark moon today. So we're going to start getting ready for the next 2 weeks before we get to full moon. And Kara's going to open us up with her lovely little meditation. And I think her sound bowl, yes, her crystal bowl.
My
She's got
favorite.
her deck of moon cards with her. I've got the tarot dice and the other bits and bobs dice. So we will do some readings for you and then I will close down with a meditation. So would you like to get us started, Cara?
Yes, thank you so much. Okay. Hello, beautiful soul. I want you to take a deep breath in and then exhale slowly. All right. We're just going to take a minute to arrive fully here in this space together. We're going to be grounding into love, presence, and divine connection. And as you hear the sound, imagine it washing over you like waves of peace, dissolving any stress or any tension, bringing you into full alignment with love. Now, I invite you to place one hand over your heart and one on your belly. Feel the rise and the fall of your breath as you inhale deeply through your nose. Pause and exhale out your mouth with a gentle sigh. Let's do this together again, okay? Breathe in, expanding from your heart space, holding that air in, feeling it settle. And then slowly releasing, letting go of anything that does not serve you. Let's breathe in again deeply. And hold. And breathe out. And just one more time. Holding, really digging deep, expanding, and letting go of every single thing that does not serve. Now breathe naturally. Just let it rise and fall as it will. With every breath, you are opening your heart to divine love. Now let's affirm this together. I invite you to repeat after me if you'd like. I am open to love.
I'm open to love.
I am safe to receive love.
I am safe to receive love.
I am love, and love is me.
I am love and love with me.
Now let's feel those words really sinking in. Every single cell, every single space. Feel the love flowing within you, around you, and through you. Now, now let's take one final big breath in to hold and feel the love and expansion. And as you exhale, imagine sending love out to the world, knowing that what you give, you receive. And when you're ready, we can open our eyes and know that we are refreshed, aligned, and deeply loved.
Thank you, Cara. That was lovely.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Wolf Status Ricardo, for
Thank you so
your
much.
donation. I shall
Yeah.
send some over to Cara later when we finish. Thank you very much. So, we have cards, we have tarot dice, and other dice. So, who would like a reading? Let's put loads of emojis there so that we notice you.
There you go.
Shall we do a collective one first?
I love that idea.
Okay, all right then. So would you like to pick a card then first?
Sure, I would
And
love to.
I will roll the dice just while you're doing that.
All right, everyone, I want you to blow on the cards, please.
And everyone
Thank you.
blow on the dice as well. There'll be a clatter as I throw it, but you read your card first because I've got a
Okay.
lot to digest.
Ooh, it's wisdom, the wisdom card. I love this card. It's number 22 if anyone, if that, because I'm a numeral person, so that's really great. So the wisdom card. We have, so it's a new moon. So we've been kind of I call it the cutting moon. We've been like releasing, letting go of everything that kind of led up to this dark moon. And so with this, we are now, we've let go and now we're building. So we're building from the wisdom that we have from the last 2 weeks. And this dark moon kind of launches us into this new manifestation to building to the full moon. And which is great because Sarah said earlier with the dark moon, this is usually the day to be with yourself, I believe. Like it's, I think you said that, right, Sarah? You said the,
Yep, and
mhm.
tomorrow is actually new moon.
There you go. Perfect. And I love that because that just kind of speaks to me that we're drawing from the wisdom of the last 2 weeks, right? And so, I love that it's been a building. It almost looks like there's like books, so that you're building on knowledge, wisdom, intelligence, and you're just reaching for those stars, right? And it almost looks like it's breaking into a dawn. And it's more than knowledge, really. It's gathering of wisdom. Like wisdom is knowledge applied. If that's the way I've always seen it. And so there's a good affirmation maybe that we can use for this. It's I use knowledge and experience to make wise decisions. And so for the next kind of 2 weeks, the collective, I think this is a really great card to pull.
Lovely. A learning time. Even if you're relearning old things.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. That's Stacey DeMarco deck, isn't it? They're beautiful cards. I've got one of her decks.
It is. How funny you called that. Oh man, she's so good. Yeah, she's so
I
good.
use one of her decks for my Reiki students' teachings.
Oh, I love that.
Right. Okay, so to go with wisdom, we have rolled the Judgment card
Oh.
in Tarot. Now, this is a card that is aligned to the fire element, and
Mm.
that's great because we're just about to enter a fire festival of Beltane. This is
Ooh.
also about rebirth, forgiveness, and judgment. Now, forgiveness and judgment kind of go together, don't they? You've got to
Mhm.
forgive yourself, forgive others, and you've got to watch your judgment. This is also a releasing of guilt and introspection. So perhaps something's happened that you're not feeling incredibly brilliant about. Sit with it today. Okay, sit with it today. Think about perhaps where you went wrong, because we're not all perfect, are we? Maybe your tone of voice came out incorrectly and you hurt someone's feelings when you didn't mean to. Whatever. If someone else has done wrong to you, you don't always have to confront them. You sometimes we have to let these things slide. Um, I just, send forgiveness out across the distance to that certain person and say, okay, well, next time I'll be more conscientious when I see them. But cutting some slack and not judging yourself and others too hard. This is quite it's like a dead in the water card almost. It's like, boom, that judge's hammer comes down, doesn't it? But it is an angel of justice that comes to you. So that is these are based on the Raider White card, my least favorite deck, I have to say. But anyway, so I've also rolled the other dice. So I have rolled a rune of Bakana. This is a very, I'm going to hold it the other way round because it's transposed. It is a bee. Now, this is quite often a witchcraft rune. It is about the quickening. It is also the birch tree. It is also thought to be Freya's rune as well. So this is a really an auspicious dice, an auspicious rune if you roll it. Now, the next one to go with that, I have to remember they're all transposed these, so this is actually the other way round. But this is Duyere. This is the oak tree. This is about standing fast in your power. It is also about the wisdom. We're getting that in. And also Berkana, I've lost it now, the B one is also about wisdom, but that's more occultic wisdom. Okay.
Mm.
This is like wisdom, justice, all the good stuff the Druids stood for. But also, oak is a life support system. It's not just a tree without anything living on it. It's got lichens.
Mm.
It is a whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
So perhaps you need to think about who is standing on your shoulders. If they are too heavy, help them to stand on their own 2 feet.
Hmm.
Now, the last one we have is Epsilon. This is the Greek one, and this is a Zeus and Hera. So this is about desire, guidance, children, love, and marriage. And they don't have to be actual children. Your work projects can be your babies, can't they? But
Mm.
basically, Zeus says, "Eager art thou for the ripe wedding's fruit." So make sure you are doing what you love, what you want. I'm going to turn that round. It's an epsilon, so it's an F. So we are getting some mixed messages there. So you've got to really sort the wheat from the chaff in your life. Use your wisdom that Kara pulled to discern. Now I'm going to take a quick photo of these. Um, whilst you choose the next
Yep.
person, I think Phil came in first and said he wants some. What is the priority in his life right now? That's a difficult one, Phil. Would
Well,
you like
it's
to pull a Would you like to pull a card for him? I'm going to take a photograph of
yeah.
these for the collective to put on the site. I'll just
All right,
make
Phil.
sure
I
that.
want you to blow on these cards, okay? Okay. All right, what's my priority in my life now? Okay, let's. Oh, oh.
Sorry,
Oh,
lost my flash,
fun.
everyone.
So again, it's full moons when we pull them, which would be the opposite of the dark moon. It is the snow moon of purity. And I love this because it's actually kind of a decision card. It's kind of like purity, has kind of an inclination to be more like virtuous or moralistic, but it's actually looking for the simplest solutions. So basically, like if you the simplest and the cleanest solution, that's what it means. Like that's not anything to do with your purity of heart, but like this is what we're looking for, right? Understanding your own motives, like why you're doing what you're doing, and seeing um things as clear as possible, and being clean and clear about your communication in this. And, it's about knowing why you're doing what you're doing. This is really like, because it's more, so like with the card, you can see like it's so the blinders are on and it's more of an introspection. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Like you're looking inside, right? And there's a figure here, and its back is arched and it's just feeling. So like it's really going in like, why are you doing what you're doing? And it's almost like she's like pointing to this figure. And um like winter is actually when things grow. It's the growth happens in winter, and spring um is the show of that. And so, why you're doing what you're doing, the introspection, the purity of your intentions, like why are you doing what you're doing, kind of thing. So whatever it is, you already know the answer. We just have to have you go inside and kind of draw from that.
Okay, so I have already rolled for Phil as well.
Okay.
Now, the tarot dice that came out is the Empress,
Ooh.
aligned to the earth. This is a symbol, this is a card of abundance, fertility, it's the divine mother, the creatress, living harmoniously, good health, art, etc., etc. So this is supposed to be Demeter. Now she is sitting and looking backwards, so you can imagine that she is surveying her estate. Okay, so Phil, you need to survey your estate.
Mm-hmm.
What needs doing right now and what can wait? Now, we can't answer that for you because we don't know all the ins and outs of your life. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a great lists person. So make your list of everything you want to do. What needs to be done right now? What can wait? What needs to be done next year? Sort your priorities out as you've said. But she has worked hard. She is looking back and, you know, enjoying that. I'm going to say wealth, for want of a better word, and that stability that she has. The Greek letter is sigma that has been, sorry, transposed again. Let's turn it round. Okay, sigma. So this is Apollo's rune. And he basically says, have patience and steadfastness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And the phrase for this Greek letter tile is Apollo speaks plainly. Patience, steadfastness, and ease. Okay, so you really do need to sort that wheat from the chaff and be hard on yourselves. Do you actually want to just do something, or do you need to do it? You need to do the things you need first and the things you want slightly after the needs. Okay, thank you for that donation, by the way. I'm keeping a note of all these. Now, the tree, the Ogham that came out, again, it's going to be the other way round because it is back to front. Okay, so this is actually ash. So this is Newen in the Irish Ogham, and this is Yggdrasil for the Norse people amongst you. So this is the ash tree, and it
Mm.
is one of the strongest, tallest trees in the UK. It is known as the world tree. Many branches, many different ways to, levels that you can go to. I'm just going to literally read what it says here. So, peace, connection, astral traveling. Are you astral traveling at night? Are you waking up tired, Phil? Okay, maybe you're waking up tired, so you're putting off the things that you need to do and a little bit humdrum. So really make sure you're grounding before you go to sleep and then grounding again when you wake up as well. Dust yourself down because if you're waking up tired, then you won't really want to do too much. Now, the rune that came out is Fairhu. It's that one there, back to front again. This is where we get our word fee from. So this is the symbol for cattle. In the olden days, however rich you were, depending on how much cattle, pigs and sheep you had. Okay, so I would say your priorities are probably work orientated at the moment, so turn your hands to work if that is one of the things you're worrying about. But I think that because this symbol has come out along with our new one, you should do those first because that is going to be the money maker. So think
Mhm.
about the money maker, the thing that is a fee for you. It's also a creativity symbol. So perhaps put the fun things away for a little bit, and do the work things first and then give yourself a treat afterwards. Say, if I do all that boring, horrible paperwork, are you procrastinating over your taxes, Phil, like I am? Mine are still over there. They've been there since the beginning of December. They should have been in, 2 weeks ago. Let's both make a pledge to do our boring work stuff first and do the fun stuff after.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to leave that with you now. I'm just going to cleanse these while Cara
Mhm.
chooses the next person.
Well, I would love to pull for Wolf. Thank you again, Wolf. That is very kind of you. That is wonderful. So, what I want you to do is pull on those cards, please.
Oh, not me. I'm not Wolf.
I love how you caught yourself. That was really fun. All right. Thank you, Wolf. Okay. Just think of something in your head. Ooh, popped right out. Ooh, I'm telling you, these full moons, man, we always pull them. 43 is the blue moon, which is unexpected. It's the unexpected, Um, no matter how we try, some things just don't go to plan, right? And it's like we get a vision of how our world was and how it is now, right? It's like we're entering into something new because the unexpected came up, right? And but there's always room for it builds resilience. I love tower moments and I love things that are unexpected. I know that Sarah does not prefer towers at all.
Towers and
But
death cards. I don't like. I'm pink and
ah,
fluffy.
but
I'm
it's
removing some toxic comments.
thank you, dear. It's building resilience. Sometimes the unexpected is something that's for our best. We just obviously weren't expecting it, right? And so, it's either something happens in your life or maybe someone came into your life unexpectedly, right? And so it's a reminder to trust that we are always guided and that the universe, love, God, Gaia is always looking out for us, right? And so I kind of see this as the love, the God, the Gaia, and we're just kind of leaning. We're just kind of leaning on that and being like, okay, okay, I trust this. This is new. This is different. But like, oh, okay, I accept. You know, and yeah, it's just a beautiful card, man. I love these cards. There you go. Thank you both.
Cara, Mike wants to know what your channel is. So could you say it? I will put it in the show notes, okay, anyway. But Cara, what is your channel for those who don't know?
So it's my name. It's Kara, Kara, Marlene, Marlene. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. And
Sorry,
I
I
love
didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to
that's so
get that.
kind. No, that is very, very kind. And I love sometimes Sarah calls me Marlene. She's like, oh, there's Marlene. I love
It's
it.
because my old boss was called Marlene. That's right. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Right, I'm scrolling up and down, so if I've missed you, I will try and come back. Eliza Bracco, I hope I pronounced your name right, wants to know if she should focus on her books. I'm going to pendulum
Ooh,
this. So I'm just going to tune into Eliza. Should Eliza focus on her book? And it is a yes. When my pendulum circle, look at that, a big yes. Look at that. Yes, they say everyone has got a book in them. So get working, Eliza, and good luck with it. And let us know when you've done it so that we can have a look.
love it.
Right, Joe MQ, Matt would like something.
Okay.
So I'm going to get Joe to, I don't always get people to blow on them. So Joe, if you could blow on those. And shall I just roll while Cara sorts herself out and gets you a card?
Okay.
Joe, you have the moon.
Oh, look at that.
Now, I think the moon has a dual meaning. In Tara, the moon is like, oh my God, what is being hidden from you? What is in the illusion? Um, who is sort of working against you? What is hidden that you should know about? Secrecy, illusion, shadow self. It is aligned to waters. It can also bring fear, anxiety, but it can work on your intuition. It can also work on subconscious connections and dream work. I also think the moon illuminates problems. Okay, so the
Mm.
moon card for you, I'm just going to have a quick look at all these others.
Oop.
Okay, we do have a rather unfortunate rune. This is Thurad, so this is the thorn. This is about having a bit of a rough time, perhaps. Okay, so if things are a little bit rocky, and we've also got the strife, we have that symbol there with
Mm.
the thorn. So we actually have two very thorny trees. This one is blackthorn. Joe, can I ask if you're going through a troublesome time at the moment? Because these are the symbols to walk with you. Now remember, all of these lovely plants, a lot of them have thorns, but they
Oh.
also bear fruit at the end of it. A rose has a
Hmm.
thorn.
So
Did
sorry.
they
Give me your.
say yes? Did they say
Yeah,
yes
I've been
to
having a
having a
hard
tough
time.
time? Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just so the horse this symbol here is called blackthorn and is where we get our word strife, the
Hmm.
strife of life. Okay. These thorns are about that long, and boy, are they vicious, okay? But those horrible thorns give shelter within the plant for the little small animals so those big birds can't get down and touch them. So even if you are having a bit of a trouble, walk with the blackthorn, okay? Strip things away, and eventually we will get those nice slow berries that we put into gin in September from
Ooh.
that. Okay, let's have a look at this green. I'm going to have to turn some lights on. Getting dark here. So we now have, I still can't see this symbol. Okay, we have the Y. We have the Y, and that is in Upsilon. So it's like a big capital Y. And Upsilon is Athena and Hera's tile. It is an undertaking, okay, but the main key word from this upsilon is deliverance. Okay, so you will not have to walk too much further, but I would suggest that you have a look at this symbol in the OM. You might want to screenshot this quickly. It is called strife. It is for the blackthorn. And gotta find me tile again. We have gonna be that way. We have Thuraz, the thorn. Okay, and we have
Oh,
that
cool.
right, and you've had the moon. So a bit of a dark night of the soul. So just sit with it today. I'm gonna just send some say hey key in to you, and I'm also gonna draw these symbols. I'm gonna
Mm.
draw Thuraz. I'm also gonna draw it like a bind rune with strife, and then at the very top, the epsilon. Okay. So hopefully you will have sorted this by full moon. So let's hope that in 10 days' time, you're as happy as Larry, as we say in the UK. Cara, what did you
Mhm.
get for Joan?
Okay, so it's actually will, the will card. And
The
I
will
love
to
this.
get through it.
It's true. Every phase of the moon is represented. And it is, I love how it's almost like from here, there's like a light shining and she's in control of it. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see that very well, but I love this card for that because every single phase, everything, wherever you are in it, you have the will to do whatever you need to get through it, right? You know, there's decisions that need to be made, but you're in control of those decisions. And I think that life comes from the mouth, like your lips, like your tongue, right? And you know, having that will, that passion to determine your success. You know, it's persistence. You possess the free will to get through, right? It's just getting through it. And so there's a really great affirmation is I have the will to make changes I need. So this is, I love this card so much.
Okay, I'm going to quickly pendulum Cassia's question. Cassia, hi, can I ask, 30th of April is the best day for new beginnings? I wouldn't necessarily say it's the best day. It's one of the good days. I think every
Mhm.
day could be a best day. Okay, shall I open my own company on this day? Shall Cassia open her own company on this day? It is saying no. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why. The next question I'm going to answer, will she manage? You won't manage if you just go ahead and open something without preparing. This is what
Mm.
the caveat is. She's an esoteric artist who has no idea about economy. That's why she's hesitant. Okay, I'm just going to say this. Keep your day job and do the other as an extra. Cara's still got her normal daytime jobs, haven't you? I've still got my normal daytime jobs, and that is because,
Mm.
and I suspect, Cassia, it is the same for being an artist. It's a luxury that not a lot of people can afford at the moment. You need the bread and butter, the boring old stack, stacking the shelves jobs or the filing jobs to carry you through for when times are lean. Winter, everybody wants a piece of me, everybody wants a healing. From about Easter until I would say October, I'm twiddling my thumbs, you know. So I could not cope if I didn't have my gardening job, my day job, that is the boring, mundane, which not boring for me, but you know what I mean. So I would say keep your day job or go part time with it and have the other job, and then perhaps if it takes over you can have even less hours. But I'm also saying you really need to prepare to open a business. You don't just open one. you know, like you say, the finance. I don't know whereabouts you are. You've got a very long-winded. Is it perhaps a German name or a European name? Let us know where you are. But the world is in flux at the moment. So I would say I know that these things take a lot of time with art, but you need to be competitive as well as charging for your worth. So I would say to you, all of these drawings, all these creations you made, why don't you go around your friends first and say, what would you, honestly, what would you pay for that? You can tell them your prices. I mean, I don't want you to cut your worth, but you really just need to think about things a little bit.
Hmm.
You could just do a little test one, but don't totally rely on it. Okay. You need to see the water. I mean, all through COVID, I was saying, I've got to give up a job. I've got to, and my accountant saying, no, no, it's a COVID thing. It's a COVID thing. She was right. It has lessons because I came in at the time everyone was watching TV. But I am so glad I didn't totally give up my gardening job now because I'd be hungry and worried. Okay. Right.
Hmm.
Cara, what would you say to that?
Oh my gosh, this
Just
is a really beautiful card. It is the boundaries card, which says, like, it literally lays right into what Sarah is saying. So this, first off, the very back is it's like the purple before the dawn. It's a beautiful time. But see, she's laid bare. It's almost like she's naked. And so she has her intentions, what she's doing. She's just bare herself to the world. But then there's still this bubble of barrier. Like there's this beautiful beginning of life, beginning of creation, a beautiful flower that's like ebbing. It's almost like it's spirit filled from the soul, right? And but you have to have those boundaries to let this grow. And so, like Sarah's saying, there are ways of doing artistic work alongside our normal everyday jobs. And I would leverage social media as much as you possibly can because that is 100% how I've seen so many artists absolutely just do well. But again, you have to have these boundaries set, figure out how to do it the best way. And she's still looking up, she's still hopeful, she's still dreaming, but she has this boundary, this barrier. She's building from soul and heart, from an authentic, a vulnerable space, but she's doing it with boundaries on the break of a dawn. So, that I think, again, is just another and this is just all intuitional, man. I didn't even look at the book.
that's
This is
lovely.
just,
That's great. This best way to do it. Don't look
yeah.
at the book. Lovely card and message. I'm going to move on to Ellen now because it is her birthday. Happy Taurus
Happy
season. Her birthday. You're a
birthday.
Beltane baby. Are you in the northern hemisphere? So it's going to. So let's Ellen blow on everything.
Oh, I love it.
What does Ellen need to know for her birthday year? I'm sorry I've had to hide a load of messages, but I don't want these horrible teenagers ruining our time.
Hmm.
Okay, let me get all my ducks in a line, literally. Okay, so the card that has come out for you, Ellen, is the Devil card. Are you feeling constrained? The devil is about restrictions. It kind of falls in with your last card.
Hmm.
Restrictions, codependency, perhaps addictions, a lack of freedom, unhealthy attachments, shadow self, toxic cycles. Okay, so that's the downside of it and what to heal within yourself. So if you are feeling constricted at the moment, don't worry because the rune is the Fairhu one. It's the lots of apple. So it
Abundance.
is an abundance one. It is an
Hmm.
abundance one. It is a source of life. It is the quickening.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is a very auspicious rune to get. The Ogham to get is the mental block with all these symbols. It is the aspen,
Ooh.
okay, or the poplar. Okay, so these stand in groups quite often, don't they? And they sort of rustle on the. So listen to your mind, listen to new advice coming in, because you might hear these little trees gossiping with their leaves and get an inspirational thought. Okay, so I think go out for a nice windy walk to blow those cobwebs and those chains away. The last one we have here is a Zeus and Hermes. They are rejoicing for you, and that is the key word with key, they call it. And it is an energy, it is a luck, it is a justice. So if you are feeling the constraints of this devil card at the moment, where is he? No, that's the tower. Here he is. Okay, perhaps for your birthday, you're going to get a stash of cash coming through.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Don't just go straight out and spend it unless you've got it earmarked for something. Have a little think with our aspen trees or our poplars, okay, about how best to spend that money. And Hermes is like, he's like got the luck of the gods, hasn't he? He's a bit of a trickster god. He has his confidence and success will be instilled to you with this tile. And have a very happy birthday on May the 1st.
Yeah. Well,
Did you?
the card I pulled for you, dear, is the wisdom card. Again, it plays right into it. You already know you've built this wealth of knowledge and understanding, and we're just going to make it into wisdom and apply it. You're just building a whole new world for you. So again, it's just a affirmation to use that wisdom from within. So,
Okay, she's also asking, is there any relationship or career advice? In relationships, I don't know what's going on. If you're in a relationship, if you're in one and it's not so great, or if you're looking for one, if you're looking for one, I would suggest you find a group. You join a hiking group. Honestly, I know
mm,
so many people who have found their spouses in a hiking group. It's unbelievable. Really is. And I think the reason is because it's not just swipe, swipe, swipe. You're not in the pub with your beer goggles on, or the nightclub where you think someone looks really gorgeous and then the next day you think, oh my bloody God, what did I do? Okay, and also you can talk in groups where people have got an interest together. Join a painting class, join a hiking group. People like to talk when they're looking down or looking in front of them. They find it easier when they're not, you know face to face with someone. So I think if you're looking for relationships or a love interest, actually join a real live group of something, a choir, or if you're into poetry. Ah, Cara writes poetry, don't you?
yeah.
Have you got a book club, Cara? Have you
Well, I can
started a book
definitely
club
start
yet?
one. There you
You
go.
need
I
to
can
start a
definitely
book
start
club.
one.
Okay.
Oh,
So
cool.
career advice. Okay. It never hurts to look around for a career, does it? See what's out there. Spruce up your CV, and also there is no harm in applying for jobs, even if you don't want them, because these days it's really difficult to even get your, application looked at. You can always say no after that, but I would say just keep your ear to the ground, look in places that you wouldn't normally look. Put the word out if you're unhappy. Okay? Right. Who's next then? How about Ruth B? She would love a message from Spirit, Ruth. Would you like to go first, Clara?
I have a card.
Oh,
It's
what card's
action.
it?
It's the action card. And it looked like a full moon. I was like, what are they pulling full moon? but it's actually waxing gibbous. It's just before the full moon. Just before the full moon. And this is the most
So we are
beautiful
going
time.
to be going into that phase in a
Mm-hmm.
day's time.
Yes. So this is absolutely exquisite. It is full and absolute like abandonment, and it is from the inside. She's just just full force going in without any hesitation or question. Like it's just like the energy of the universe is just bursting from within them, and so um I love that. It's number 15 if that speaks to you as well. But it's time to take action, let go of your paralysis. You know, it's about letting go of your burdens step by step. It's like one after the other, right? It's like not reckless out of like abandoning control, but it is like step by step. You're just step by step, just trusting, giving up and knowing that the universe has you. Because taking action is knowing that you're taking responsibility and you're ready to take action. So this is just a if you were looking for permission, you got it. It's your sign.
And that also kind of fits with the dice that I've rolled. So the tarot dice, what was her? Okay, so the tarot dice is the Wheel of Fortune. Remember, Ruth, when the wheel goes up, something else on the other side goes down. So pros and cons. Okay, and I think that is definitely an action card, isn't it? So Wheel of Fortune, fire, luck, fate, change. Change is happening for you, or it will be happening for you. Surrender to it. Cycles of life and release control. Now, this also fits in with the other dice that I have rolled. The first one, the Greek one, this is called Kappa or Kappa. It's a K basically. Okay, and I know this is Poseidon's um symbol, and it's about rolling with the waves. It's going to be hard going up and down those big waves. Okay. So that is, I can't, I'm paraphrasing the words on this, Kappa. What is it he says? Endurance, that is the word I'm looking for. Contests with the waves. So it's not all going to be plain sailing for you. But the rune that you have picked is Elguaz, I think that is. I'm looking at my form because I learned too many sets of runes with different names at the same time. This is that symbol. If you watch the Vikings on Amazon Prime, this is what Lagatha has painted all over her
Oh,
shield. It is power. Yeah, Algiz. It is protection, defense, healing, and a movement of energy. Wasn't your card about jumping in and moving and going for it? Action,
yes.
did it say?
Hmm.
Okay. You also have another protection ogham here. This is Holly. This is the holly tree, and
Okay.
she will be flowering around the summer solstice. It is the strongest, one of the strongest woods. Those old spears and those old arrows made out of holly. Okay, and also if you can cope with actually walking through a holly bush inside it, again the protection from those thorns so those birds can't get the smaller animals in there. Okay, so sending that energy to you now. And the holly, actually, I have got my wrong. This is a reed. It is not holly. Okay, so you need to bend with those waves and the wind. Okay. Sorry, I got I'm looking at a different three. Holly is three like that, not like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So reeds bend with the wind. They also, you can make flutes out of them, can't you? So this is about communication. If that reed didn't bend with that wind, it would just snap in half. So if there is something going on, a tug of war, give a little bit, bend a bit in the middle to meet someone or that situation. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm gonna leave that with you, Ruth. Okay, right, who's next?
Can we do sunny? Sunny sunshine?
Perfect.
Okay.
Any advice from spirit about an upcoming big decision? She has,
Oh,
I'm guessing Sunny is a lady. I'm terribly wrong if you're not. I have prepared, but things beyond her control. So anxiety, you're anxiety ridden, are you? Okay.
well, I have a card that literally like jumped out of the deck.
Go on then. Oh, we like the jumpers.
Uh, it is the dark moon.
It's the dark moon. Okay. I'm going to roll a tarot just to go with that.
Yeah, the dark moon, babe. It is the void. It is a time to rest and reset. You know, just like Sarah was saying, this is a time when people would just sit with themselves, like in that darkness within, you know. And it's about resetting, stop resisting, you know. The void is a time for possibility, not just darkness, you know. There's nothing to fear about letting go of negative patterns and habits, even anxiety, right? And go to the old, because sometimes anxiety is the fear of the new, you know. I'm saying so it's a fear to thrive, not fail. And there is an affirmation that says, I freely release what I no longer need. So I love this card.
So the tarot that was rolled for you, and bear in mind that this only has major arcanas and aces. We have pulled the Ace of Wands. So you're going to go on that journey, sunshine.
Ah,
I'm sorry. And it is, you know, I think the wands are about building things. I don't mean you're
mhm.
actually going to build out of bricks and mortar, maybe building structures for your future things, but this is the start of the journey.
Oh, I love
So
it.
remember the read. If that came to someone else, that could come to you as well. Bend, be mutable like the water. You know, the water doesn't, when it meets that rock, it has to split and move over and around it. You'll maybe have a couple of little things up your sleeve.
I love it.
Okay, Deb. Happy Sunday, Deb. I'm not sure if she's the Deb I know, but anyway. Blow on the dice. I think we've got time for a couple more and then we'll do a meditation. What time have you got to be off? It's the middle of the day for you, isn't it, my darling? You've probably got lots to go out and do. Right, who are we doing? Deb. Again, we have that wheel of fortune for you, Deb. What goes up? If something goes up, something else is going to go down. Luck, fate, change, and I sometimes this can be quite quick as well. So the rune that has come out for you, I've lost it again. I keep moving them. It's actually Peridot. It's sideways, but it's actually a gambling beaker. In the old days, they used to gamble dice. They'd play dice games, wouldn't they? It's about taking a chance. It's about taking a risk, being open to those possibilities. You don't know. If you don't try, you're never going to know. Okay. The other, here we have the holly. Isn't that funny? So holly's now come out. So the strength, the protection, the going for it. Remember, some of that if they don't have many flowers, they're not going to feed things in the winter because the birds like them. So get those flowers, plant those seeds. Oh, and we have this X again. This is Zeus and Hermes, and it is about rejoicing. In brackets, there's a word gold is next to it. It is about confidence, success, energy, and luck. Okay. I'll leave that with you and let Cara continue.
Well, it's the acceptance card. It's a beautiful card. So acceptance has that sliver moon, I call it the fingernail moon. It's the waxing crescent. But the acceptance, this card has this beautiful two hands reaching towards each other, but from this palm, you have absolute magic. Like you've got all of this beautiful, there's an energy synchronicity, right? But from here, it is absolute magic. And as it's reaching down, it's connecting here, right? And it's the acceptance of maybe the unknown, maybe the start of something, just acceptance that it's starting, the acceptance that you trust the universe, you trust love to always be there, to have that magic, have that connection, that spark. And if we follow that, we can always, no matter what, follow it, because it's coming from that drive, that within. So and there is oh yeah, it says it's not about looking at the past. That doesn't literally exist anymore. The future hasn't happened. It's only about the now. And there's a
Yeah.
beautiful affirmation. It says, I accept where I am, who I am right now. So it's just about acceptance.
So Deb is from Anchorage. Are you anchored down in
Ooh,
Anchorage? That is
okay.
my favorite, one of my favorite groups, Michelle Shop, Short, Sharp and Shop. She was anchored down in Anchorage. I'm going to add something else, Deb, because I've not been to Anchorage, but I do believe you have some temperate rainforests in your area. Go and have a walk through those beautiful redwoods with all the lichens and everything hanging off the trees there, and open your feet and absorb that energy from
Mm,
that wonderful place of Alaska. Okay,
mm.
let's do one last one before I do a meditation. Shall we do Aisling Garland, sorry. Aisling, blow onto the dice. Oh, one of the loveliest tarot cards, the Star. Now is
Oh,
this is one of the best ones to pull. It is renewed hope. It is aligned to the air element. I also believe that this is a star of learning, a card of learning, because when it seems to show up for people, they're always pondering about learning new things. Remember, life is a school. The world is a school. But if you've been thinking about learning something, I would say go for it. This is also going to bring positivity and hope. It could also be about recommitting to something. I don't know if you're recommitting, I'm going to recommit to my diet, I'm going to recommit to being patient with myself, or I'm going to recommit to, I don't know, going to church. Yes, you can have some whiskey and pour one for me, Dirt, as well. I like a bit of whiskey. Okay, so the star, very positive card coming out for you. It's also about finding purpose as well, and that wishing potential. Okay, Star in Irish, there you go. So they're saying, "Hey, hello, we're here." So look, so the Ogham that has come out for you again. We've got this holly. This is this strength, the Taina. It is about challenges. It is about defenses as well, and abundance eventually in the future. You have the Runjao rune. This is the happiness rune. Okay, so a very auspicious rune for you to be happy with as well. And the Greek letter that has come out is Omicron. Where did it now? I don't know why they named that illness after it, but anyway, this is Omicron. It's a zero basically. Get the right side to show you. Now, this is about Demeter and Persephone. Okay, this is
oh.
about having effort, putting effort in, but it is also about having foresight for the future. Okay, so Persephone is about to exit the earth, isn't she? She's coming back up from Hades now, and she will be land side rather than within the she goes back down at Samhain, doesn't she? So at Halloween. So you've got 6 months of that light and of Persephone and Demeter, and this is that abundance. Sow those seeds, plant everything you want to, and make those plans for the future.
That is
I,
so beautiful. I don't know if you saw this, but she says her name means star in Irish.
I did see that, yes.
Love
My
this.
friend's daughter is called Aislinn. She spells it slightly different to you, but I didn't know it meant that.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, I love this card because it's the long night moon. It's the darkness moon. And to me, this speaks like the opposite of the star, right? It's the light, it's the shining. And in my personal opinion, I think we need the darkness as much as we need the light. So it's a very balanced reading. I think it's a very beautiful, almost comforting. So I was raised on a ranch and I found some of the most in Kansas, and we had all 4 seasons. And one of the most beautiful things I like to do is go out in the middle of the night and just sit there in the stillness. And I draw so much comfort from it. And whether it was dark without stars or full of stars, it was just the most beautiful thing. And that's kind of what's speaking to me. But um,
I'm just going to close my window. I won't be a sec.
here, dear. This card says it's entering a time of introversion. Not necessarily dark because it's scary, but it's just introversion like that, the dark space. It's a learning time. It's about strategizing. It's a time for, maybe a little shadow work, which brings, you know, basically prosperity at the end. But there is an affirmation. It says darkness needs to be there as much as the light. And so I love how balanced this reading is because it started with a star and it ended with a dark moon. And so it's just very balanced. I feel like this is going to be a really good time for, I mean, full manifestation or full abundance for you. I just can't see anything other than that for you right here with everything. I love this.
Lovely. Thank you.
Mhm.
So I did write a meditation earlier, and actually, what you've been talking about, because I know you're big into the manifesting, this is going to fit with our meditation today.
Okay.
Um, so I would like everybody now to settle down. That's going to be the last of our cards. I did pull a reading. Well, we both did. If you can, will you send me a picture of your card when we
Mhm.
get off so that I can put it, because I'm going to put it on the community page. So we've done the community reading. Okay, so we'll post that on our channels afterwards. But I've done a dark moon meditation.
Mhm.
So I'm going to read this to you now, but I think we'll just ground and protect. And what sign are we moving into? We're moving into Taurus, which is an earth sign. So I'm going to get the earth Koshi chimes out.
Oh, I love it.
And I want everybody now just to imagine that you are sitting outside in the dark. It is dark moon, so it will not be shining in the sky. And I want you just to ground. I want you just to imagine sitting on the earth and those golden roots growing out of your backside and down into the ground below you. They grow downwards and downwards and downwards. And they're just going to get a foothold somewhere within the earth. We're not going to do any crystals or anything like that. We're just going to get a foothold in the earth. And as you sit there, we are going to invite the starlight just to come down, that hope from the star, and encase you with stardust. This is going to be your protection today, just to bring a little bit of fun and light in. Now, this is not my normal meditation, okay? So it's going to be slightly different to my style. So I was trying something new. So the dark moon is the unseen threshold between cycles, a time of rest, of shadow and potent silence. Feel yourself slipping into the darkness, like sinking into the black, rich soil of our earth. Here there is no need to strive, only to be. Breathe into the void, releasing all expectations. And I'm drawing the say hey key over you. And I'm also going to draw the yew tree because we've been using those ogham. This is a distant healing tree, devoid of space and time. I want you to pause and just take 3 breaths in. And with each breath out, we've done this with Car already, breathe out anything you don't want anymore. And now we are going to meet your shadow. So these are those things you don't want to meet anymore. In this darkness, whispers of your hidden self may arise. Those unspoken fears, forgotten dreams, those buried strengths. Greet them without judgment. Imagine a soft indigo light glowing at your core. I'm going to use this color. It's not quite indigo. Allowing you to witness these parts of yourself with compassion. Say to yourself and your shadows, I honor you. I release what no longer protects me. Add a few things to that if you wish. Now, in front of you, I want you to see a beautiful witch's cauldron, a cauldron of transformation. Visualize this vast obsidian cauldron before you, in its depths, swirling with the energy of dissolution and rebirth. Drop anything you wish into this cauldron, those seeds, those wishes, but also any stagnant energy. And watch as the darkness transforms all of these hopes and these fears into a new fertile soil. And I want you in real time to clench your hands tightly and then release, symbolizing the surrender to that. And then imagine that you are curling up into a fetal position within the cauldron. So you're getting in there with all of these hopes, all of these fears, all of this fresh soil. And the dark cauldron of transformation and the moon cradles you like a mother. You are safe in this betwixt energy. Just rest, just dream, and just listen. If a word or an image or a sensation arises from the silence, let it drift to you like a feather on the water. Take a couple of breaths in and release. And we're at the last little bits now. You're going to emerge renewed. So when you are ready, sense a single silver spark igniting in the darkness your soul's immutable light. It grows gently, preparing to guide you to the next cycle. And slowly bring your awareness back to your body, keeping your hope with that spark of silver light. And I'm going to draw chakra rays over all of you. I'm going to draw a symbol called Mara, which is abundance and grounding. And we're going to draw the distant healing symbol, Honsha Zeisho. We're going to carry this forward, this energy. The manifesting part from tomorrow. You're sitting and you're just doing nothing but thinking today. Take a breath in and breathe down to your feet. Wonderful. So not my usual.
That was lovely. Oh, I felt that.
I'm going to do that on a proper video because I think I'll do it for next dark moon.
That
So
was wonderful.
Cara, what have you got coming up we're going to meet. So the next full moon is going to be on Monday, the 12th. Are you available on the Monday evening to come here again and join me? 'Cause we're having such fun, aren't we?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, so we will be back in 2 weeks' time on the 12th. But in the meantime, what have you got coming up over the next couple of weeks? Because I know you're doing lots of things. You've got your YouTube channel, which is going great guns.
Yes.
You've also got an Instagram, and you've also got quite a lively TikTok. She's all over TikTok, everyone, as well. So what have you got coming up? Because I saw some notices. So would you like to say?
Yes, thank you so much, Sherry. You're always so kind. Yes, I've got about 10, 11,000 now on TikTok, which is it's amazing. I'm so grateful. And of course, my YouTube. So I have a book coming out, it's a poetry book. So I'll be launching it within literally the next 2 weeks. And then I actually have a merch shop. I have a merch shop that's coming out. And
Thank you,
it's
Wolf
gonna,
Starters.
yes, again, you've been so kind, Wolf. So like if you can think of journals and shirts and coffee mugs, things like that. So it'll be really fun with affirmations and really encouraging sayings and phrases. And then I'm going to be doing more lives. I think Sarah and I have challenged ourselves individually to do more lives. And
Yeah,
Sarah's
I'm
doing
not
such a
even
great
nervous
job.
now.
I
I'm not
know.
even nervous now. I
There you
used to
go.
hang off the radiator shaking for the day.
You do such
But
a good
that's
job.
thanks to you, that is, for pushing me to do it.
You're welcome. Well, you're always so good. So that's what I have coming up. But you have your Ibiza, right? Isn't it next month?
Yeah, we've got 2 spaces left on
Mhm.
our Ibiza Tara week. Um, so that's coming up. You can still book those 2 spaces. That is from June the 20, I think I will be going on the 22nd. It's the 23rd to the 29th. So there's still 2 spaces left on a beautiful, all-inclusive week in Ibiza with Adrian and myself. I'm going to be live here on Thursday doing Beltane and Samhain readings. So that's Thursday the 1st. Apart from that, really, I'm just sort of plodding along. It's like super busy in the gardens for me.
Mm.
And weirdly, I've been excavating buried pillars, Roman pillars out of people's gardens. So I'm I'm having a lot of fun in the gardens at the moment, but I'm sort of up at 5 and at work by 7 in the morning.
Oh goodness.
Um, so the healing's pretty quiet at the moment. I've still got a Reiki sale going on until I think the 4th or the 5th. So if you would like Reiki healings or tarot readings or psychic development classes, there is 10 pounds off those bookings until the 5th. Um,
Oh,
and I also have a live with Adrian. Adrian, this is the guy I'm doing the tarot course with. Now, I've been hassling him and Cara to do their YouTube channels. He's still doing his, but I'm going to be live with him on the 5th on this channel doing some tarot readings, probably some bibliomancy as well with the Homeric uh, hymns or the Iliad or the Odyssey. We're delving into some new things, and of course these wonderful lives with Cara that I'm
Oh,
enjoying so much.
yeah, same.
So we will put all of our details in the show notes.
Hmm.
Cara also has a very good book out about um, near-death experiences. She had an amazing near-death experience and has had a brilliant life after that. So go over to her channel and read her story and buy all her books and her merchandise. I'm gonna have a look at this merchandise because I feel like I want Cara blazed over my chest. I've got Goddess here today. I need Cara there, don't I? We'll
Oh
do
my
what
God.
what Madonna and Kylie Minogue did, wear each other's t-shirts.
I love it. I love it. I can't wait. I'll just help you launch your own. So we'll just trade each other's, yeah, merch. I love it.
There was a lady once who actually got one of my pictures superimposed on t-shirts, and she sent me a couple. Um, but I wore them to sleep in because I said, kids, would you like a t-shirt with me on? And they were like, yeah, I think it was my phrase, wasn't it? What is it I say? I can't even think what I say now. Nobody wants anything from you at this moment. And you
Yes,
put that on it, but it was like a face and I just couldn't wear myself. So we've got lots of things happening. I'm slowly getting back in. I'm gonna get back into these shorts this week. I've
Mm-hmm.
been really lazy on the videos this whole last year. I've been having a real big change. I got
Yeah.
back from Greece and I've hardly posted because I don't know, but I'm getting back into them now. I've started to get my mojo back with these
Yeah.
lives, and so it's going to start doing some shorts and a Beltane video tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for all of those who've donated to us. I'm going to
Yes.
split this with Cara.
She's
And
gonna
I
keep
will do
that.
it. I am. I've got what it says on the top, and you've got to send me a PayPal. I need your
Mm,
PayPal address, and I'll send
thank
that
you.
over to you as well. So that because we've both given our time. Time is money, isn't it? But we also do this for the fun.
Mm,
So I will see you here on Thursday. I will see Cara back here in 2 weeks. It will
mhm.
be 2 weeks on Monday, the 12th.
Yeah.
And thank you, Cara, for coming. I wish you the joys of
Oh,
Beltane and a brilliant week in front of you. And we wish everybody
oh,
here. Thanks,
yeah.
Lorraine. I'll speak to you probably on WhatsApp. But lots of love to
Mm,
everyone. And whatever hemisphere you're in, if you're in the northern hemisphere, start getting energetic for the growing season. If you are in the southern hemisphere, snuggle on down for the dark
oh,
period.
yes. Thank you so much for
Okay,
having
we're
me,
going to
and thank you,
sign off.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a great week.
Bye,
Bye
everybody.
bye.